Welcome to the second Darshana class at home. I hope you're all doing well and surviving these very challenging times. Aren't we so fortunate that we have our mat to go to in this practice to support us, to ground us, to bring us, even if it is in a moment, into a little more stillness? So, my thought today um, is to bring you this idea or cultivate thread through the class, the support that we can provide ourselves during this time, which is just getting outside. I have found that to be so helpful just to be outside in nature, close to the trees, the water, the grass, just brings me a little bit more peace of mind. So, this quote that I found by Amit Ray, she says, looking at the beauty in the world is the first step to purifying the mind. So, my wish is for all of you that not only the practice, but this gift of nature is there for us whenever we need it throughout the day. So, the practice will be gentle, always offering up options of where you need to be. Please be so kind and compassionate to yourself, allowing for whatever it is that you need to truly bring that into the practice. This is still out of my comfort zone. I'm sure you guys can see that, but I'm doing the best I can, and I bring all of this heart and spirit to you. So let's find ourselves on our mats, laying down. So the support of the earth is there for us completely. We call this Splat-asana. Taking up as much space as you possibly can, letting the earth support you under your head, your shoulders, your arms, your hands, your low back, your legs, and your feet. Connect to the breath, your natural organic breathing. Let the breath wash over you. Let the breath soothe you. Let the breath smooth any of those jagged or dark, dense areas in the body. Bring your breath there. Noticing the subtle rise and fall of the abdomen and chest. Slight expansion of the rib cage. Slowly see if you can start to lengthen the inhale, lengthen the exhale without forcing. Taking a pause at the top of the inhale and the bottom of your exhale. You might notice as you start to expand the breath that the breath starts at the abdomen, low belly, comes up into the diaphragm, under the ribs, and finally into the upper chest. And then with the exhale, feeling the breath leaving the upper chest, diaphragm, and low belly. And if you're just feeling a subtle rise and fall, let that be okay. So know throughout your day that this asana practice of breath is always here for you, the ground, laying yourself down, feeling complete support by the earth, and allowing the breath to come. So taking a few more of your natural organic breaths. Placing both hands on the upper chest, one on top of the other. You can let the elbows be supported by the earth. So in starting class today, we'll chant the sound of Om 3 times together. Let's inhale deeply. Om. 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 Taking a moment here and either setting an intention, maybe it's for you during the practice, or there's possibly an offering for someone that you love. So planting your feet firmly into the ground, we'll take our Setu Bandha Sarvangasana flow. Inhale deeply, lift the hips, lift the arms. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift the hips, lift the arms. Exhale, lower arms and lower hips. One last time. Inhale, lift the hips, lift the arms. The exhale will take you back down to the earth. Draw your knees into your chest, taking some circles in one direction and the other. Back to center. So let your knees drop to the left side for a supine twist. That top hip is stacked over the bottom hip. Arms come out in a T at shoulder height, gazing to the right hand. Breath comes in fully. On your next inhale, draw the knees back into center. You can give them a little hug.
Dropping your knees to the right side, stacking that top hip over the bottom hip. Arms come out in a T. Gaze over the left hand. Breathe. One more complete breath. And just draw the knees back into center. Taking some circles with your hands on top of the knees in one direction. And then the other. Draw the knees back into the heart space. Cross your ankles and roll on the spine, cervical to the sacrum a few times. Roll asana, massaging the spine until you come to a seated position. Getting all my stuff in order, taking a little sip of apple cider vinegar, lemon, ginger tea. That's my health concoction. So first, let's get into a little bit of a stretch into the shoulders, feeling that that is where we do hold a lot of tension when we're under stress. So let's get into that area just a little bit. Fingertips are both on the ground alongside the body. Take your right ear and drop it to the right shoulder. Walk your left fingertips out to the side. Breathe here. That's that upper trapezius muscle. Just breathe. The breath will help, especially the exhale, to soften, surrender, maybe a little bit more lengthen that muscle. Nice. A few more breaths. And then bring that back to center. Left ear drops down to the left shoulder. Walk your right fingertips out to the side. Nice. One more complete breath. And then bring yourself back to center. Lengthen out the left leg. Right leg is folded in. Plant your right hand. Rise up. Stargazer. So we're really planting that bottom foot, that top arm reaching up and over. Little side bend, maybe a gaze towards the heavens, opening up the heart space. One more complete breath, lowering yourself down on the exhale. Square the shoulders over your long leg. Fold. Let the head go. Rise on your inhale. Take that long leg and bring it close into the body. Sukhasana, heel lined up with the navel, or easy seat. Take a moment here with breath. So coming into eagle arms. Right arm is under the left, backs of the hands, or maybe the palms touch. With breath, inhale the elbows away from the heart space. Exhale, fold with your eagle arms. Let the head go. Breathe into the back body. On your next inhale, rise up with the arms straight overhead. Drop your sits bones down into the earth. Breathe. Feeling the shoulder blades come together in the back body as the shoulders drop down and away from the ears. Now we're going to twist to the left so that right hand is on the left knee and gazing over the back hand. The back hand, can't see, but we're propped up on our fingertips. So just taking the gaze back there, lengthen the spine, breathe into the twist. Take the back hand, reach it around for that other knee. Inhale the shoulders up to the ears. Exhale, round the upper back, chin to chest. On your next inhale, unravel, just bringing the arms out long in front of you. Eagle arms, so just switch it up. Right under the left, palms come together, backs of the hands. With breath, inhale the elbows away from the heart space. Exhale, fold. Breathe. On your next inhale, rise up, arms straight overhead. Again, sits bones drop down, shoulder blades come together, shoulders move away from the ears. Twist to the right. So propping up on those right fingertips, gazing over that back shoulder, lengthening the spine, breath. One more complete breath. Bringing that back hand around. Inhale the shoulders up to the ears. Exhale to round, chin to chest. On your next inhale, rise up with the arms and just let them fall back down to the earth. Let's take that shoulder stretch again. Right ear drops to the right shoulder. Left fingertips walk away. Breath into that trapezius muscle, the neck muscles on the side. breath is complete and full, lengthening on the exhale. Back to center. Left ear drops to the left shoulder, right fingertips walk away. Nice. And then just coming back to center. Let your right leg be long. Left leg is folded in. Plant the left hand. Rise up. Stargazer. Reaching that right arm overhead. Planting that right foot into the ground. Breath into the side body. Maybe a gaze up towards the heavens. Breathe into the heart space. One more complete breath. And then let the exhale just float you down. Square the shoulders over your long leg. Lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Let the head go. Breathe. Nice. Rise on your inhale. Just taking that right leg back into Sukhasana. And let's just walk ourselves out in our easy seat. Inhale, lift, exhale, fold. Let your seat drop down to the earth. Rise on your inhale, walking the hands back. Find your hands and knees. Grounding through the hands, the knees, and the tops of the feet for our cat-cow flow. Inhale, lift and open your heart space. Exhale, round the upper back, chin to chest. Inhale, lift and open. You can close your eyes, just drawing the attention more inward. We always say that yoga is a work, not a workout, but a work in. Your breath, your time, your meditative flow. Pausing at the top of your inhale, bottom of the exhale. Taking a few more rounds of your cat-cow, your open heart and rounded back. So coming into your hands and knees, curl your toes under, seat to heels, bent knee, downward dog. Pushing the hands away. Straightening the legs, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Let your left heel come down to the earth. while your right knee bends. Breathe into the back of your leg, the hamstrings, the gastrocs. Breathe to soften, to lengthen. One more complete breath. Switch. Right heel drops down. Left knee bends a lot. So breathing deeply, inhaling and exhaling. Softening, lengthening the tight musculature in the back of the legs. One more complete breath. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. If you'd like to pedal, or maybe it's just stillness, really pushing the earth away with the hands. Fingertips are spread wide. Taking our slow walk to the top of the mat. Heel toe, heel toe. Soft bend in the knees, forward fold, Uttanasana. Let your head go. On your next inhale, root down in the feet, wide arms on the inhale. Take a prayer at the top, drop your prayer to the heart space. Taking a moment here, coming back to your intention or the offering that you set at the beginning of class. On your next inhale, lift the prayer. Exhale, wide arms. Let the hands meet at the low back. Elbows come together. Inhale into the heart space. Exhale, float the hands down the back. Lift your heart, lift your head. Exhale, folding in. Inhale, right leg long behind you. Low lunge, gazing forward. Feeling that heel moving towards the back room. Breathe. Downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. On your next inhale, drop the knees. Heart moves through the hands, knees, chest, chin. Baby Cobra, Bhujangasana. Gazing towards the floor, elbows tucked in close to the body. Tap the forehead. Inhale, hands and knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right heel to the sky. Exhale, that foot between the hands. Drop the back knee down, uncurling the toes. Wide arm, Anjaneya. The knee is over the ankle. Now taking a wrap, the right arm is coming under the left. So it's like an eagle wrap. And just taking your hands and reaching towards the back body. So it's a modified eagle. Checking in that knee is over the ankle. Inhale, lift the elbows. Exhale, drop them down. Inhale, lift the elbows. Exhale, down. One last time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, let the hands float down. Exhale here. Take that left foot and bring it up to meet the right. Uttanasana, forward fold. Complete breath here. Rooting down into the feet. Rise up, wide arms. Hands meet in a prayer. Take your prayer to the heart space. Conscious pause. Inhale the prayer up. Exhale, wide arms. Hands meet at the low back sacrum. Elbows draw in together. With breath, inhale into this backward bend. Gaze towards the heavens. The exhale will take the hands down the back of the legs. Inhale, lift, flatten the back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, left leg long behind you, low lunge. Heel is moving towards the back room, gazing forward. Always connecting to the breath. On your next inhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, drop the knees. Heart moves through the hands. Baby Cobra, Bhujangasana. Elbows tucked in, gazing towards the earth. Tapping the forehead. Inhale, hands and knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhaling the left heel to the sky. Exhale that foot between the hands. Dropping the back knee down, uncurling the toes. Rise up, wide arm, Anjaneyasana. Knees over the ankle. Now left arm comes under the right. And our hands are just reaching around like we're giving ourselves a hug. So inhale the elbows up towards the heavens. Exhale, lower them down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale the arms out, framing that front foot. Right foot meets the left. Uttanasana, forward fold. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, wide arms out to the side. Hands meet in a prayer. Draw the prayer to the heart space. Anjalini Mudra. Conscious pause with breath. Inhale the prayer up towards the heavens. Exhale, wide arms. Hands low back sacrum. Upward, backward bend. The exhale takes the hands down the back of the legs. Fingertips graze the earth or the calves. Look up. Prepare the spine. Exhale, folding in. Inhaling that right leg long behind you, gazing forward. Low lunge. Downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, rolling out into plank. So shoulders over the wrists. Hips are level, so not below or not up high, but just nice and level. Heels are moving towards the back room. Breathe here, complete breath. Inhale, exhale, inhale. Exhale, lower slowly, elbows tucked in close to the rib cage. Tap the forehead. Rise on your inhale, Bhujangasana, baby cobra. Hands and knees, downward facing dog. Inhaling the right heel to the sky. Exhale that foot between the hands. Optional here is to bring that back knee down in that crescent lunge that we just did. Or you can keep the knee up, high lunge. I'm going to show you this variation, rising up, high lunge, or crescent lunge, Anjaneya. So let's breathe here. The inhale will open the arms out to the side. Exhale, draw it back together again in a prayer. Inhale, open. Exhale, into a prayer. Inhale, open. Exhale, prayer. Let the hands float down, framing that front foot. Left foot meets the right. Forward fold. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Inhale again. Exhale out the mouth. Inhale, rise, wide arms. Let that prayer come down to the heart space. Conscious pause. Inhale the prayer up. Exhale, wide arms. Hands meet at that low back. Elbows come together. Inhale into the heart space, gazing towards the heavens. Exhale, hands float down that low back. Inhale, lift the heart, lift the head. Exhale, folding in. Inhaling, left leg long behind you, low lunge, gazing forward. Downward facing dog. Inhale, rolling out into your plank. Shoulders over wrists, heels moving towards the back room. Nice long straight spine. Breathe. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling out the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale to lower. Forehead taps. Uncurl the toes. Rise. Bhujangasana. Gazing towards the earth. Elbows are tucked in close to the body. Breathe. On your next inhale, hands and knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhaling that left heel to the sky. Exhale that foot between the hands. So again, you can take that back knee down if you did that on the other side. If not, we're in the high lunge position. Rise up with breath. So the inhale will take the arms out to the side. Exhale back into a prayer. Inhale. Exhale. One last time. Inhale, open arms. Exhale. Let the hands float down, framing that front foot. Downward facing dog. Breathe. Take your knees wide to the edges of your mat. Let the toes kiss. Child's pose. Forehead taps the earth. If this is uncomfortable with the knees wide, you can bring them in more narrow. But let's stay here for a little bit. Reconnecting to the breath, to the earth. So while we're here in child's pose, I wanted to read to you a beautiful poem that I keep seeing on one of my favorite hikes over by Cascade Creek. And the first time I saw it, it was probably like 6 months ago, it just really touched my heart. And now that we're in this time and really all of us seeking out more of the outdoors and being in nature, it just really touched my heart even more deeply. So I'd like to share it with you. So staying in your child's pose. Again, you can have your arms out long in front of you, or maybe the arms come back with your palms facing up towards the ceiling. I know some of you too like to take that reverse prayer in the back of the neck. So find your child's pose and your breath. So the poem is called The Peace of Wild Things. When despair for the world grows in me, and I wake in the night at the least sound, in fear of what my life and my children's lives may be, I go and I lie down where the wood drake rests in his beauty on the water, and the great heron feeds. I come into the peace of wild things who do not tax their lives with forethought of grief. I come into the presence of still water, and I feel inside me the day blind stars waiting with their light. For a time I rest in the grace of the world, and I am free. For a time I rest in the grace of the world, and I am free. So taking a complete breath here before we rise. With breath, inhaling into your hands and knees. Actually, before we start this next sequence, just checking in to make sure you have some kind of support, because we will be practicing side angle and half moon. So if you don't have the block, I know I said this last week, you could take a couple of telephone books or a game out of the closet. I'll make sure I put that in the email. So have your props available. Hands and knees. Downward facing dog. With breath, inhaling that right foot between the hands. Turn the back foot slightly. Rise up. Warrior one. Hands on the hips, guiding the left hip forward as the right hip moves back in space. Let the arms rise up again. Breath comes in. Let the hands float down to the low back. Interlace the fingers, dropping the hands towards the earth. Roll the shoulders back. Shoulder blades come together. Inhale into your heart space. Exhale, humble warrior. Breathe. The arms may come up and back behind you, or they may be resting here. Just opening up the shoulders. One more complete breath. Let the hands come down slowly, finding your block, or maybe it's the telephone books or a game. You can place it on the inside of your foot. If you don't have the block or the books, you can always take your elbow and place it on top of the thigh. So side angle. Taking that top arm, reaching it overhead. Breath into the side body. One more complete breath. Let that top hand find the earth. Take your block or your book, place it to the corner of your mat. Lift the back leg. Some of you like to have a block or on the left side, so maybe you have two. So you're more in a standing split situation. If you're not using two blocks, you're going to take that left hand, peel it off the earth, place it on the left hip. Toes point towards the heart. Take that top arm, reach it straight overhead. Breathe into your heart space. Wings of the heart spread wide. A variation would be to take the elbow to the knee. You don't have to do this. You can stay in your half moon, or you can go to that standing split. Do this with intention though, if you are practicing this, and breath. The inhale will open, the exhale will fold. Half moon pose, Ardha Chandrasana. Take the top hand down, standing split. Take that left foot to meet the right. Forward fold. Rise up, one vertebrae at a time. Tadasana, or equal standing pose. Breathe. Garudasana, left leg wraps around the right. You can always have your big toe as a kickstand, getting your balance. Right arm under the left. Backs of the hands touch or the palms. Elbows move away from the heart. Once you have your pose, see if you can pick up the foot, so the big toe. And breathe. Elbows move away from the heart. There's a soft gaze directly in front of you. Breath is complete and full. Eagle pose. And if you start to fall, just try to come back in it again. One more full breath. And then opening up into your star pose. So you're on the edges of your mat, feeling the navel moving towards the spine. Heels turn in, toes point out. Hands come into a prayer. Slowly, we're going to start to bend the knees, lowering ourselves down into Malasana. Hands come down. So finding your Malasana. So some of you like to roll a blanket, place it underneath the arches of your feet, giving you support. Some of you like to use a block, which really helps to keep the hips open. Or you could use a couple of books. Right, so find the support that you need. And we know that the support just gives us the opportunity to access our breath. The breath is our anchor. The breath is always the guide that lets us know where we are. Nice. Bringing the hands down, lift the hips, walk your feet in, fold. Uttanasana. Stepping one leg back and then the other. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Inhaling the left heel to the sky. Exhale that foot between the hands. Turn the back foot slightly. Rise up. Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. Hands come on the hips. Right hip forward as the left hip moves back in space. Again, knee is over the ankle. Rise with the arms. Breathe. Let the hands float down. Interlace the fingers behind the low back. Drop your hands towards the earth. Roll the shoulders backwards. Shoulder blades come together. Inhale into the heart space. Exhale, humble warrior. The arms may come up and back behind you, or again, they may be here or here. It's a shoulder opener. Breath is strong and steady. On the next breath, allow the hands to float down, framing that front foot. Taking your block, place it on the inside of the foot. Or you can place the left elbow on the left thigh or left hand on the block, coming into side angle. And again, reaching that top arm overhead, space in the side body. So you're either on the block or on the thigh. Breathe into your heart. One more complete breath. Let that top hand float down. Place the block diagonally to the left pinky toe. Rise up, standing split. So if you have the support of two blocks or a block and a book, you can place it underneath the right hand. So you can stay here or you can practice the Ardha Chandrasana, pressing the left hand into the block. Right hand comes on the right hip. Open the hip, toes point towards the heart space. Take that top arm, reach it overhead. Wings of the heart spread wide. Breathe into your heart space. If you took the variation on the other side, we'll take that elbow to the knee on the exhale. Inhale to open. Exhale, elbow to the knee. Inhale to open. Exhale, elbow to the knee. Inhale, open and stay. Breathe. On the next exhale, let that top hand find the earth or the block. Standing split turns into Uttanasana, forward fold. Let the head go. Soft bend in the knees. Inhaling through the nose, exhale out the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Start to rise up one vertebrae at a time. Tadasana. Equal standing pose. Reconnect to the breath. So practicing Garudasana, right leg wraps around the left. Find that little kickstand for support. Left arm under the right, palms or backs of the hands touch. Soft gaze forward. Elbows move away from the heart. See if you can pick up that kickstand of the big toe. Breathe. If you come out of it, see if you can come back in. Boy, does life put us off balance. But we always have a choice to get back in with determination and effort. And then find the ease in the asana. One more complete breath. Unravel yourself into your star pose. Heels turn in, toes out, shoulder blades come together. Breathe. Bringing the hands to the heart. Anjalini Mudra. Leave a little space here for gratitude. Gratitude for all that we do have and all that is good at this present moment. Nice. And then take a soft gaze if your eyes are closed and start to lower yourself down, bending the knees into your squat pose. Any way that you got there is absolutely perfect. Just saying. Okay. Taking the blanket, you can place it underneath the heels. I really like how that feels. You can also sit on your block or a book or a game, whatever you have available. Draw that prayer in again, pressing the elbows into the knees, finding your Malasana squat pose. Hmm. Nice. And then just letting go of your hands, coming down onto your seat. So looking for a comfortable seat. So we could be comfortable in our Sukhasana with a blanket underneath the hips, with our heels lined up with the navel center, or some of you may like this supported Virasana. So I have the block, or you could use a book or a pillow would work too. And so sitting in this like half kneel position. So either way, the Virasana or your comfortable seat with a blanket. Yesterday I liked the Virasana, but today I want easy seat, Sukhasana. Just feels better. Whatever makes you feel a little more grounded. So starting to slow down in the practice, we'll be taking a hand mudra meditation flow. So I'm going to be teaching you the two mudras, the Lotus Mudra and the Garudasana Mudra. And we'll try to flow in and out of those two mudras. If this is causing any stress, you're just going to pick one of the mudras to stick with. It's not that important. What's important is just to connect with your breath and the mudra, and just to bring yourself into a little more presence, stillness, and peace. So Lotus Mudra, you can see pinkies touch, thumbs touch, fingers are spread wide. Come a little closer. So that's Lotus. Garudasana, we're going to put our hands together, and the one hand, doesn't matter which one, is going to start to go down while the other hand is up. My thumbs are starting to cross. And with that, that bottom hand starts to come up into these eagle wings, and that's going to draw to the heart space. We'll do it again slow. So Lotus, thumbs touch, pinkies touch, fingers spread wide. Bring the hands together. My left hand is going down, but I don't want to confuse you. That's just what works for me as my right hand is pointing up. As that one hand goes down, the thumbs start to cross. And then that bottom hand says, hey, I want to come back up. And I have my eagle, right? Garudasana. So Lotus symbolism is so beautiful and so like reflects symbolically what is going on right now in our lives. The lotus, always looking and searching for the light. Moving away from the muddy waters, the darkness, the difficulties, the challenges. And then Garudasana Mudra equals freedom. So freedom comes when we move away from the darkness and feeling this sense of relief from any anxieties or uncertainties, freedom. So let's inhale into our lotus. Exhale, Garudasana. Inhale, Lotus. Exhale, Garudasana. Inhale, Lotus. Exhale, Garudasana. Now just choose which of the mudras really resonates with you if you did take the flow. So either the Lotus Mudra or the Garudasana Mudra, and just stay there with your breath. So with breath, lift your heart, lift your head. Open the legs up a little bit. Bottoms of the feet can kiss. So not too close to the body, and this is Baddha Konasana, but more of a Tadasana. Taking a forward fold before we end class. So inhale, lift the heart, lift the head. Exhale, fold. Let the head go. Start to rise on your inhale. Draw the knees in close to the body. Give yourself a gentle hug. Let the head go. Lifting the heart, lifting the head. Finding your Shavasana. So I have a pillow. You might have a pillow for your head. If you have a blanket, you can place it under your knees, or maybe the blanket is going to be over the hips. So finding your Shavasana with so much support and love and compassion for yourself and what you need right now. So laying yourself out well, taking up as much space as you can, reconnecting to the breath, but feeling the support of the earth, the energy that supports you, your entire being, as you lay yourself down and come to complete surrender.
song in me is heard. I am, I am, I bless myself, I bless myself, I am, I bless myself, I bless myself, I am, my love, reach beyond my skin. What was lost, what was taken, so painfully withheld. Separation, but you're I am, I am, I bless myself, I bless myself, I am. I bless myself, I bless myself, I am. I see you in another's eye. You speak to me through their lips, in their story, in our lives. You are here. I am, I am, I
So deepening the breath. Again, letting the breath wash over you. Letting the breath bring more presence into the body, into the mind. Gently awakening, start to move your hands, your feet, gentle rock of the head side to side. Bringing the arms straight overhead. Let's inhale fully into the heart space. Exhale out the mouth. Again, inhaling into the heart space. Exhale out the mouth. Drawing your knees into your chest. Allow yourself to just fall off to one side. Drawing yourself in together, breathing into the back body. Acknowledging, appreciating with so much gratitude that you took this time for yourself. Knowing that we always have this breath, this practice to come to. Allowing the earth, allowing the world outside of our homes, the trees, the grass, the rocks, the water, to bring us into a place of feeling more free. Free from our anxieties, our fears. So in your own time, you'll slowly make your way up to a comfortable seat, keeping your eyes closed if you can. Taking the hands and find that gratitude prayer, that Anjalini Mudra, and draw this prayer close to your heart space. Just bowing into yourself. So in closing class, let's chant the sound of Om 3 times together. Inhale deeply. Om. 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 May all beings everywhere be happy and free. May the thoughts, words, and actions of my own life contribute in some way to that happiness and to that freedom for all. Namaste, my dear yogi friends. I miss you so much. The light in me shines so deeply to the light in each of you and to the world. Namaste.